Shalom. Everybody in the body. I notice I've been getting this voice lag. Guess that's our connection, family. Cause we're about 45 minutes away from civilization. So we out here. Shalom, Sister Maria, Sister Don Jackson, Suddenly, with some hearts around it. Nina Garza, Shalom, Sis Kadasha, Shalom. Yakazakala. I hope I pronounced that right, brother. Sister Diane, Akwaf, Rabaf. Shalom, my sister. Good to see everybody. There go Kim Wiggins. We up early, huh? It's 6:51 on my side. I just got back from the gym. You know, let me fix this. Pop this crown out, right? Because it might get spiritual. You know, Rawak might need to pop in and out of here real quick. You know, ooh, it's cold. Oh my goodness. Dang. ATL times 9:51. Yeah, you 3 hours ahead of me. Dang, ATL is in here, huh? Praise the higher. Thiago Miguel. Shalom, my brother. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Another blessed one, huh? The Most High done said, let it be so, didn't he? Praise his holy name. Let's see. Let's see what we got over here at Plant Vineyards. See what we got up over here. Prevailing herbs. Shalom. Dwayne. Shalom. Brenda Brooks. Shalom. Prince Joshua. Shalom. Right? Brother Jeremiah. Shalom. Brother Derek Webb. Shalom. Sister Cena. Shalom. Sister Brittany. Shalom. Fisherman. Shalom. And Yakazak Allah. Yakazak Allah. Shalom, brother. Thank y'all for tapping in as you have tapped in. Fam, we have a lot of acres. right? So whatever y'all could throw at this, throw it. You know, we are taking donations. I guess I need to set something up, huh? Set up a cash app or something for y'all could send in some donations because we could always take the cash and just go buy whatever we want, spread it out. But we got over about 100 acres of farmland throughout the states. So we got all the land we need, right? We got over about 100 acres, in Ohio and on the East Coast. Uh, we got down south in Alabama, uh, bordering Mississippi. We got quite a few places. We got me over here in California. We got Ox in Texas. We ready to go on the land now. All we got to do is start putting food on it, right? So we need dirt. You know, if anybody got to hook up on some dirt, we need compost. Uh, if anybody could help us out with some compost, or you could get us some gift cards to like Home Depot or something like that. That'll get the job done. You know, we got thousands, thousands of seeds. We got seeds in the high thousands. We got so much seeds. We'll be planting forever, right? Oh, we got so much seeds. All praises to a higher. You know, we got all of that stuff on the way. Uh, yeah, any equipment that anybody can donate. We need lights. You know, we need greenhouses, the kind you put together. If anybody could donate any of that stuff, uh, you could hit it. You could hit up. You could hit up Plant Vineyards 144 at gmail.com, and you could have us something sent. I'll give you an address to send it to, and you can have it sent directly to us. You could get it online and just not even have to deal with it. Just put the address in there that I'm gonna give you, and it'll be sent. And depending on who need it, that's the address I'm gonna give you. So it might not be in California. It might be, who knows where. But we need greenhouses. We need all kind of stuff like that. We need PVC so we could run water hose. Man, we need all kind of stuff. Whatever you could think of, whatever runs a farm, we need it. We're gonna find a place for it to go to, and we got food in Alabama. He already has, or was he the one? Let me check on that. Cause somebody had a full farm ready to go. He ready to take everybody in his state and surrounding states. You know what I mean? You could put together a box and send it with some ice packs, and it'll be cool for a couple of days until it get to you. So y'all could start ordering y'all produce, and I can imagine, it's a better price than what you're gonna get at the store, and it ain't no need to advertise GMO and shoot the price through the roof, non-GMO and shoot the price through the roof, and then organic and shoot it through the roof, and then organic and shoot it through the roof some more. You know what I mean? We doing this among our people. We gonna do you right. We ain't trying to jack the price up, all crazy. We ain't trying to have you figuring out if you should pay your rent or eat. You know, we trying to have it so that you're able to do it all. And y'all can start coming together too, man. We like minds, we Israelites, we follow Christ. You know what I'm saying? So if all of you guys are, in the same cities and states like that, y'all could start coming together. If y'all don't got nowhere to fellowship at and things like that, y'all could, we brethren. You know what I'm saying? So all praises to the Most High. You might have an ark around the corner, you didn't even know it. You know, so things like that happen when we doing things like this. But let's come together. This is where we love at. This is where we trying to get to the electric blue around here. You know what I'm saying? So put forward what you could put forward, and you can imagine that the Most High, he gonna reward you for your efforts. You never know. You might end up with a whole new family around the corner. You didn't even know it. That it was over there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, whoever you are, whatever you got, whatever your situation is, if you have a patio, let us know. I can send you something that you can start growing with, you know, and wherever you at, even if you where I'm at in California, y'all link in, you know, any of us can do this, all of us can do this. If you got a few feet of space, you can do this, right? And we gonna get you sold. We gonna whatever you grow, we gonna get it sold if you don't eat it, but that's what time it is. And I made that lasagna too. I should go get it and show it to y'all. But man, it's slapping. It ain't no you don't taste no different. You know, uh, you know. Let me read y'all a little bit, see what we got going on here. Yahweh Darban Yasha Allah Shalom. The Bruji Boutique, Shalom, my sister. Uh, Amya 1247. Good to see you again. He says hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Turn notifications on. The water, for talking that talk. Yeah, I would appreciate if y'all did that. The gospel of discipline and sainthood. You know, Yakazak Allah. Shalom, sir. Laura Jackson. Oh, it's all the way on. Man, we got grants, y'all. We got the hookup on the 501c3s and the 501 whatever, other 501s, where you could get 100,000 or better. My man, I've known him for a long time, right? For a long time, since before I knew I was an Israelite, we knew this guy, and I knew I was an Israelite. Let me take that back. Before I found the church, I knew this guy because I knew I was an Israelite. Uh, but this guy, he's been doing this for a long time, and he can get us or everybody. If you don't gotta have nothing. Whatever you need, you could get it with, whatever your grant is, whatever he writes your grant for, 100,000, 125,000, whatever you need, whatever you're able to draw out, he'll draw up all your plans. You won't have to do nothing but turn it in, right? And he'll get you grant money sent, $100,000 or better, and you can build your whole farm, right? So, and especially with y'all who already have land, that's who we gonna link y'all with, So link in and We'll put you together a mission statement and do all of that. If you don't have a name, we'll get you a name together. And it's gonna be a fee. He charges a fee for what he does, but who cares? I mean, if you're gonna come out, with 100,000 or better, you know, uh that's the lick right there. You go through that, do that, whatever that takes, and you got it right there. You'll be able to do the government will fund whatever you want, whatever you got doing, whatever you got going. All you got to do is let them know what you're doing, and they have the money for it, you know, and they just dish it out. This is what my wife used to do. She used to work for him uh back in the days, and he used to pay her certain amount of hundreds of dollars, per person that she dealt with, that because she was the one writing up the things, and I used to do them too. You know, when they would overflow and it would be too much for her, I knew how to jump in there and get them done too. You know, they sending them the same stuff. You just switching out certain parts and pieces and the name and the this and that and the dates and different little things, and whatever business you trying to open, whatever nonprofit joint you trying to get going. You know, so you know uh, it's foolproof. We've seen people like nonstop people get this money, right? And who cares if it's a 501c3? You ain't opening no church, right? You're not promising to preach that Jesus is white or something. So who cares? Let them throw you that. Let them throw you that jug, man, and go spin that, and have fun blowing that, man, and getting your farm together and growing us some food. You know what I'm saying? So we could serve our family and the people around us. And you could probably quit your job after that. Once you get the produce flowing, and I'm giving you a whole hustle, man. I'm giving you a whole new hustle, and you could live on your farm, and you don't ever have to leave your property. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be nice to fire your job? They love to fire us. Wouldn't it be nice to fire them? you know, hey, check it out. This is my last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And and come eat among the children of Israel. That's gonna be that's a beautiful life right there. You know, and just what do? You trade produce. And we gonna have the IM coming through there in flocks buying up your stuff. So all praises to the most high. And that's Plant Vineyards, right? Plant Vineyards 144 at gmail.com, right? And that's what your father Ahia sent your brother back here with, right? We could all this. We don't need to do nothing else, and we were shepherds, weren't we? Yeah. Let's get back to it, right? That's what Israelites were, right? Farmers. You know, we dealt with the flocks. We grew food. You know what I'm saying? How much is that in our book? It's all over the book. Everything is referring to wheat and tear and seed sowers, and you know what I'm saying? And growing growing vegetation in a field, it's full of that. Uh a lot of our parables point at that and everything. You know what I'm saying? So we got the grants on deck, you know. Plant Vineyards 144 at gmail.com. Chime in, and we can get you a grant, and we can get you whatever you need. And uh, if you got something that you can donate, tap in. And with your donation, then we'll give you somewhere to send it. you know. So all praises to the Most High. Uh, I'm gonna put together us a Cash App too, you know. So just in case you want to throw some bread at it or whatever, you can't do nothing else, but you can do that. Then I'm gonna open up that lane for you could do that for y'all that want to do that, you know. So yeah, I'm just trying to go live this morning. Trying to go live this morning, you know, and get it in because I'm about to be busy for the whole rest of this day. And if I don't do it now, it ain't gonna get done. So, you know, let's jump in here and get this hour. Uh Shalom Gabar Mach, Brunity brother, huh? Yakala Melanin, Shalom sister, ANT, Shalom brother Steve, Mega, Shalom, Laquita Burns, Shalom, Jerome Hunter, Shalom. Good to see all of y'all. You know, Doug Stevens, Shalom. Ruben Israel, there he is. Shalom, professional painting. What do you paint? Professional painting? You painting houses, cars? What you doing? We could use that. Let us know. Hassan Buford, Shalom, Mark. That's one of the ox right there who got a lot of land. He got a lot of land. So y'all tap in, right? Journey to Zion. Shalom. And let's see what we can make happen, y'all. Let's put our heads together. Let's put our coins together. Let's put our hearts together, right? And be beneficial to each other. Let's be blessings to each other, right? Humbleness, Zion of Judah. Shalom. Good to see you. Uh, Hold up. Hit the lemon water real quick. The lemon water. Praise the higher. Right. Uh, Man, I had something that I wanted to talk about. Uh, Watching yesterday's joint. Okay. I'm gonna have to make a note. I'm gonna have to make a note on it for when the next time I come in here, you know. But let me see. Put it in here. Plant Vineyards at gmail.com. Right. Y'all keep putting that in there. Oh, you drinking lemon water too? All praises. Yeah, it works wonders. You know, works wonders. Yada Zak, Kazak, Shalawam, Hebrew Harris, Shalawam, my brother. Khan. Especially if you got them organic Meyer lemons, Kim Wiggins. Check those out if you haven't. They so sweet and good, and man, that's a different level of a lemon right there. Them organic Meyer lemons, Mayer. Y'all check those out. Uh yeah, the ATL family is thick in here. Uh Khan got my grandson drinking straight lemon water. He's 5 years old. He loves it. Man, it does so much, you know what I mean? You know, it's a diuretic. It'll clean you out. You know, whatever is trying to hang back and hang on inside of you, it just washes it right off of your lining, you know. off of the inside of you and tell it where to go. You know, it's a diuretic along with pineapple. Pineapple juice do the same thing. You know, keep you clean, right? What do they always do when it's time to make a soap? Ain't it always lemon? You know, it's a reason for that. Lemon keep you clean. Lemon clean you out. You know. Oh, Don Jackson got the concoction, the hot lemon water with the honey and the little cayenne pepper. Oh yeah, yeah, that is yeah. And that cayenne pepper blow you out. That's another. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go in some of the into some of this health. What I do every day, I take 7 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil, right? 2 teaspoons of chia seeds, and like a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, or as much as you can stand. You know, you could do 2 dashes. You know, you could do a quarter of a teaspoon. Matter of fact, you should work up. You should, you know, if you ain't used to taking cayenne pepper, work your way up to the half a teaspoon. You know, start with a dash or two. You know, but you take that and you stir it up and you let the chia seeds soak up the olive oil and the cayenne pepper, because that's what it does. You know, the chia seeds, they're made to absorb whatever you mix them with, right? And then the chia seeds, they're able to get into, you know, because your cells are locked and everything can't get into your cells, right? So, but there's a chemistry between chia seeds and your cells, you know, and the chia seed can unlock your cells, you know. So whatever uh you want to get to your cells, infuse it with chia seeds. And the chia seeds know how to carry it and you know, get that stuff into your blood cells, right? But you know, they say you'll never have a heart attack or a stroke if every day you take 2 tablespoons, which is 6 teaspoons, right? But you know, of course, we do everything seven. So I'll be doing 7 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil, right? 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of the chia seeds, and then I hit it, you know, with the cayenne pepper, and you just let it infuse for about 5 minutes, you know, 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And you keep stirring it up, you know, because it will try to clump up on you, you know, because them chia seeds is drinking your concoction. So you got to keep stirring it, and then you knock that back, and you know, I call it the artery blaster. You feel it go through your body, boom, and it start with you got plaque in your arteries, or it's gonna blast that out, right? And man, know, uh, you know how cayenne pepper do you. You're gonna have to suck in air through your nose. You know, you're gonna have to fight off a sneeze probably, and then you're gonna let that out your mouth, and then you're gonna feel going through your body, you're gonna feel it, right? And for all of y'all with circulation problems and all of that, like my feet be real cold sometimes, artery blaster real quick, you know. I be having little pains in my chest sometime. You know what I'm saying? When I don't eat right, if I eat too much bread or something, you know, artery blaster, right? But you know, I ain't been eating much bread. It's been a while. You know, I'm off of the bread right now. I'm off of the meat right now. I'm off of the chemicals right now. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff that I don't mess with, you know. Virtuous woman TT, my husband and I appreciate the gift the Most High has given you in music because it's the word, and more word. We learn from your gift the Most High has given you. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, I love the music too, and I can't wait to get back to it. I do plan to get back to it, y'all. Blueberry and pomegranate condition and protect your arteries and heart also. Everything that color, everything red or blue, uh, that's a pigment. That's how we have melanin. You know, that's what the blueberry is. Everything that's purple, that purple onion, that red onion, the pomegranate, the beet, okay, the blueberry, anything blue, all of those berries, you know what I'm saying? With that purple color, that dark purple or that blue, you know, all berries is gonna get you right. Even the strawberries, they're red, they're gonna get you right. The elderberries, just go crazy on berries. And that's the number one antioxidant. You know, uh cancer cannot survive in your body if you're eating a whole bunch of berries every day. Health is wealth. You know, wealth ain't wealth, right? Because how you gonna spend wealth if you dead? So health comes first. You know, if your health ain't right, you just gonna spend all that wealth trying to get healthy, right? Health is wealth. You know, none of this other stuff. So I hope y'all got time for this conversation. I hope this ain't annoying y'all. Because we need to talk about this. Our people is sick. The children of Israel is sick, y'all. We got ailments and everything is made to kill us, you know, and that's how I ended up where I ended up at, dang near can't eat nothing, you know. Uh my blood type is A positive, right? My blood is an A plus. I can't eat nothing according to what they said lines up with my blood type. I'm allergic to everything, right? How holy is that? And that's what I thought, when I found out about it. They say I can't really eat nothing, you know. I gotta have fruit and vegetables, but a lot of us are that way, you know. This stuff is made to kill us, y'all. This stuff ain't our diet, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a lot of stuff that we can eat, but we're not familiar with it because they don't sell it everywhere. And it's vegetables, and we've never heard of these vegetables. They're found on the other side of the water, but a lot of this stuff on this side, it got a lot of starch in it, you know, and it be having a fake sugar in it. How you get fake sugar in fruit? You know, if that fruit ain't fake, the fruit is fake, man. You know, but yeah, that's a whole oh yeah, drop off sodas, acid, man. Acid. You are drinking acid, right? It can eat right through your insides. If you drinking a lot of soda, right? You're gonna get a hole in your gut. It's gonna spill out into your bloodstream, and you are out of there, right? Get ulcers and stuff in your intestines. They're trying to kill us for real. I'm feeling all the health foods and herbs. Conduct. Drop them drinks, sodas with the high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is uh a lot of things in this country is corn. This country is built on corn. That whole grocery store is built on GMO corn. all that cereal, okay, all of them corn chips, okay, all of them corn tortillas, all of that bread, you know, once you figure out how much of that stuff is cut with that GMO corn, you'll just turn around, you'll leave your basket in the middle of the aisle and you will walk out of that store. Everything, everything is corn. This country is ran on that GMO corn. Okay? Monsanto's. Okay? And Monsanto's, man, let me stop talking like this on here. We need a Patreon or something. We need somewhere we could go in in private and talk about this. Because if I would have finished that sentence right there, they could have sued me. You know? So let's leave Monsanto's alone. But look into Monsanto's, man. Just look into that. Because yikes. Yikes, family. You know, uh once you study uh into everything that we're putting in our mouth, it's going to be clear, it's going to become clear to you that somebody somewhere done vowed to just, okay, let's just kill these people. That's the conclusion that you're going to come to. And uh you know you're gonna, all of your favorites are gone. One by one, they're all gonna go, and then you're gonna wind up at, man, what can I eat? What do I do, right? And then the Most High would have you go to Isaiah 65 and 21, and he's gonna tell you what to do. you know you're a holy people. They can't feed you. They can't feed the holy people unless they're holy, right? How are unholy people gonna feed the holy people? No, the holy people, they gotta feed their own self. You know what I'm saying? You know, holy people can't do what unholy people do. It'll kill them, right? It'll kill us, right? When we try to follow them, we die. We can't go where they go, right? We can't do what they do. We can't eat what they eat. We can't think what they think, right? We go crazy, right? We was meant to be a loving people, right? And a clean eating people, right? I bet you be shot out. I bet you have all kind of health problems. Don't wait, family, because it's coming. It does the same thing to all of us at different ages. I came down with diabetes when I was 27 years old, right? And that was a big deal then. But now I'm seeing them 13, 14, you know? But that was a big deal to my grandmother. I remember she was like, wow, you still in your 20s. They had to get 50 and all of that before they start seeing, you know, uh doctors and having a chronic disease and all of that. We getting younger and younger with this stuff, y'all. you know I thought it was a big deal when my 40-year-old cousin had a heart attack, and then they brought that jab out, and athletes was falling out on the field in their 20s, heart attacks, right? So they're never gonna be happy. They're not gonna be happy. How long we gonna keep trusting what they got going when we know they're making it new and improved every day? They're never happy. They're never gonna be happy. They ain't gonna be happy until we coming fresh out of the womb. We ain't even went home from the hospital yet, and they're able to shoot us with something. Oh, take this vitamin K shot, right? Why I need that? They hated me in these hospitals, and that's why they came against me. You know, that's why they came against me, and they were really able to do some crazy stuff in my life because of how I was. And we didn't belong in there. We shouldn't even be going in there and trying to dictate things. No, just don't go in there, you know? Get some doulas. You know what I mean? We never belonged in there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I remember I asked that lady, she came in there, uh, we're gonna do the vitamin K shot. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, sir, we have to do the vitamin K shot and this and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I cut her off. I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that